Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to this short video. Well, I'll try to make it as short as possible. I want to present you the new feature that is now built into the DPHX Unpack and Load tool that is used, as you may know, to load soaring tasks for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It loads DPHX files that contain actually the flight plan, the weather, and the information about the task, images about maps and all. But I'm not going into this right now. There's other videos that explain the tool, but what is new is the task browser. We have a new task browser that goes and it is that is fed by the task library on Discord, which has now more than 460 tasks, and it's rising every week, because every task that it is published on popular soaring communities get published there, but now it's also get published online on my server, and you can all access these tasks using this button. Previously, this button was to just open the Discord, the task on Discord. Now when you click task library, it brings you to this screen. So what is the screen? Yeah, it's the list of all current active tasks that are on the server, with every bit of information. The same information you found on Discord and even more is found here. Okay, well, the task information. If you want details about the weather, the information about the weather, you're gonna have to load the task here or access Discord, but I'll show you how. But it's basically a good screen that shows you all of the information about, most of the important information about the task. All right, so you can browse all the tasks that are currently there. There's more than 450 tasks right now. The number is here. I'll show you everything, but now let's start with the UI, the interface. All right, so you have the grid here, which has like I said, all of the information. I'll show you how you can rearrange this information here on the grid, but first basic things like you have the task details here. There's a separator here. You can enlarge to whatever size fits to you. Images, same thing. You have a resizer here that you can play with and resize the way you want it to. These are thumbnails. It's not the full picture, it's not a full quality. You can't zoom them. It's just to give you an idea of what they are. If you want more, you can either just download it and open the task, or you can go on Discord too. Right, so this information here, also you can zoom in using control and your mouse wheel. You can zoom in or out and have the size that you want. You can also use these buttons here, which they do the same. You can adjust it so that you have a size that is right with you. What else? Now, if we come to the grid itself, you can do a lot of things. You can sort by any of these columns. Right now it is sorted by updated, the more recent updates to the last, but I could just click the heading and you'll see the little arrow here switch, and now it's from the last, the oldest one to the newest one. And again, if you click it's from the more recent one here. You can do this with any columns. If you want to sort by a main area, of course there's a lot of tasks that don't have any main area, and then it's sorted alphabetically, okay, or reverse. So you'll see the Z and going down. You can sort by the departure name, the ICAO name, the arrival airfield name. You see, you can sort by, these are the types of soaring: ridge, thermals, waves, and dynamic. Extra information, the duration you can sort, and if you sort by duration, you'll see here that now that's the longest. If I re-click again, So it starts with not specified. There's several tasks that do not specify an iteration, and then you have like 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to you see it does the kind of an average. I think it's start the minimum and then the maximum. So if you have like 30 minutes and 45, 50, 60, okay, so you can sort by duration and see all the tasks that you want that are maybe in between 60 to 90 minutes, and then I'll show you how to filter them. But I'm showing you how you can sort by every columns here. You can sort, and it's gonna remember your sorting. Okay, there's a lot of things that it's gonna remember, but let's go through it. You can move the columns. You can decide that you want updated here, or you want the updated here, the number, anything. You can move the columns around and change the order in which they appear. All right, column, I want the countries. You do this by simply you click on the column name, you hold, and you simply drag and drop to where you want it. Okay, so you can move the columns. You can resize most of the columns. The text columns you can resize however you want. Some of them, like the add-ons, is pretty fixed, like also the types of sorting or the IKO. You can't, because they're pretty fixed. There's no reason you would like to want to resize them. And the other one that is not resizable too is the title. Why is that? Is because to fill the entirety of there's no gray area appearing. I had to select one column that would fill the rest of the area. So you can't. So it's adjusted based on the content right now, and so yeah, you can't. For now, at least, I didn't find a way to do both. Be able to size it and at the same time fill the whole, use as a fill for the grid. Anyway, you can hide columns. All right, so if you right click anywhere on the grid, I right click here, I can right click here, I can right click anywhere on the grid, there's a list of all the columns that appear, and these here you can let's say you don't want the title. Why not? I don't know why you would do that, but and you don't want the updated, and you don't want the, I don't know, the sorting extra information. You can select what you want in the grid. Okay, you can, the weather scenario you don't want, the countries you don't want. Anyway, you get it now. So you can configure it as you like, and if you can just toggle it back, or you can do a reset, a show all. If you removed a lot and you don't want to go to all the pain of reselecting them, you can just reset, and it's going to show all the columns again. Okay, all the columns are back now. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll here. Now, everything that I just showed you that you can do with the sort. Now, let's see. I'm gonna sort by reverse number. You'll see all the tasks in the order that have been added. So this is a more recent one. All that I did here, sort, resizing the columns, ordering, hiding columns, and all, resizing of the panes, the various panels on the interface. Everything is saved. So if I were to get out, and even get out of the program, which I won't do here, but if I go out of the program and come back tomorrow or any time, then I click back on task library, it's gonna reload the exact same configuration that you had. All right, including the font size that you use here. Everything is going to be saved for the configuration of how you want it displayed. So that's about it for playing with the interface and the way it displays things. Now, the really cool thing about this is that you can search the grid and you can create filters. All right, the way you do, well, before I get into this, let's just finish with the buttons and the other little interface features. I didn't speak about the update database. You don't really have to click on that, because when you open the task browser, it's gonna update the database automatically. So it's gonna get new task, updated task. If there's, you know, there's never been any task deleted, but if there was task deleted, it would remove them from the list too. But if you want to, you are in and you want to update it, you click update, and you're gonna get here database on successful, no new updated or deleted tasks. So it did the update, but there was nothing. Because sometimes you may want to see the number of times the task has been downloaded, because I keep track now of the number of times that the tasks are downloaded, so you can also sort by number of tasks downloaded. Of course, there's not a lot of people using it right now, so there's not much downloads going on, and this requires people to download it from the tool. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It's not necessarily really meaningful right now. Also, you have the information here about the task entry, that this is the number for each task. It's a sequential number. You have the task ID. The task ID is used on Discord, okay, but this is kind of an important ID for the task. And you have the title of the task, which is also shown here, of the selected task. So if I click on any other task, of course, it's going to change to that task, and everything on the right changes also, of course. And the last three buttons, you have the close, which is obvious. You close it without doing anything. Close, you go back to the regular screen. You have the library thread. If I click this here, it's going to bring me to Discord on the thread that is created for each of the tasks. So any task has a thread on Discord in the task library. So if I click there, it's going to bring me to that tasks thread. All right. And finally, the download and open. Of course, that's the whole reason, is to search the task library. The task browser is to search for tasks and then be able to download them easily and open them easily without having to download anything from Discord. Now you just use this, and it's going to download everything and set it up for you inside Microsoft Flight Simulator. If the task is already downloaded, is on your system, it's going to show open. I'm going to try to find one. Download. I know I have. I know I have. I think I'm going to go with the updated. I think this one. Yeah, this one, Faro Ridges. See, that's number 291 because it's been created a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, and it's been updated recently because we flew it. So, and that's of course, that's the task I have open right now in the unpack and load tool. But yeah, if I go back to the test, you'll see that it's showing open because it detects that it's there. It's already on my computer. I think there's some others that I've downloaded too, but I'd have to, go and check. I'm not sure. I could probably build some kind of filters at one point that would show which ones are downloaded, but at the same time, by clicking open on the, you'll see them when clicking open on the tool on the main screen. So anyway, now to the important things of searching this library. So let's. Oh, I'm gonna leave it as updated like that. Doesn't really matter. So this is the last bit that I didn't talk about yet. So that's all about searching and filtering. All right. So resets. It resets the whole. If you search things and you filter it, then it resets. I'll show you once I do a search. Back, you'll see also. Not as if you want to reverse your search. All right. And I'll show you. Let's start with a very simple. Everything is done by text. You can, when you'll get really good at it, you will be able to do it expertly, manually, and specify everything by yourself. But I have included a contextual menu. So if you right click on this field, you get this menu. And this menu includes right now Boolean fields. So the true false fields, like, ridge, these fields here are all, where's my dynamic gone? Does it move somewhere? I may have, oh, it's there. I don't know. It's with the moving I did, I screwed up the whole. Oh, there you go. Dynamic and wave. Okay. So the Boolean, let's go back. Sorry, guys. The Booleans are ridge, thermals, waves, dynamic, and add-ons. Okay, so yeah, if the task includes add-ons, then there's this little check that will recommended add-ons. You know, if it's not written there, but if I open it, there's gonna be a recommended add-on. So that's the Boolean, the true false field. So let's say I want all the thermals tasks. So I can just come here and click there. So there's always these tooltips appearing. Select to filter based on thermal sorting. I click, bingo. All the tasks I have now are only thermals. Okay, there you go. All thermals. All right, and this is how it displays. I could have written that manually and it would have done the same thing. All right, but let's say I also want thermals that have add-ons for whatever reason. So it's not valid. Oh, this is why I'm doing this, to find stuff. Okay. Let's see. Let's say I want, oh, I'm going to show you the reverse. Let's say, see here, it has selected a lot of tasks that are also ridge. There are both thermals and ridge. Let's say I don't want the ridge at all. I could just go and say not. Okay, and this is the little symbol, the exclamation point here, like the exclamation mark there. This is for a not. And I right click, Boolean ridge. So this gives me like this, thermals and not ridge. See, all my ridge tasks are gone. All right. Okay. So this is how you build your search. Let's say I want also to include only tasks that are from Canada. That includes Canada in the sorting, in the path. Then I go to the text criteria, because the country is a text field. Here, text criteria, you have all of the text fields that you can select. Okay, and everywhere is to search everywhere in every text field. And you have an empty box here. This is where you specify the value you want. All right. So let's say I see Canada. Everything is lowercase, by the way. Okay, everything is search. No, the case doesn't matter. And then I go countries. I click countries, and then you have 4 choices for every text field here. You have either containing, so the field must contain Canada somewhere in the field. It starts with Canada, it ends with, or it's exactly as Canada only. Let's say I want containing Canada. Oh, there is none that are only thermals right now. So I have to go back, you know, right? So this is where the back comes along, is useful, is to remove one step at a time. So if I would click reset right now, I would reset everything. If I just click back, then it removes Canada and it goes back to the previous search. So let's say we'll see for France instead of Canada. Let's enter France in the countries containing. There you go. So you have 2 flights that are exclusively thermals right now in the task library, and these are the 2 flights that are. And if I go to countries, you'll see that, yeah, France, and this one is France and Italy. So the contains here is important, because if I would have exactly, it would have given me only this one. All right. Now that's 2 flights, and if I want to save that, I want to see other flights, and I want to I'm usually flying only thermal flights in France, for example. I can save this as a favorite. So let's go back, right click, you have the favorites here. So in the favorites menu, you'll have all your favorites that are currently, I did a few for testing, but I want to add this one that I have. So I could write the title here above. So thermals in France. All right, so this is the title I want. I click add, and then if I go back in my favorites, I have the terminals and friends. Okay, what I can do with the favorites, the other thing that you can build on is that on a specific favorites, you can either completely replace the search, the current search, by this one. You can add to the search, so it adds your favorites, or you can either rename it or delete it. If you want to rename it, you just specify the new name here, you do a rename, it's going to rename it. If you want to delete a favorite, just click there. It's going to ask you for confirmation that you want to delete it. I will say no, for example. So if I reset everything, okay, I'm back with all the flights. So sometimes the sort is still a bit hectic, so I don't know why it changed back. And I go back, right click, I go favorites, terminals and friends, I do replace search, and then I'm back again with the same favorite, the same search. All right, so that's pretty cool, I think, to be able to search any way you want. I'm gonna say reset. I'm gonna show you others. Like I have other favorites that I did, like Major Dad and terminals. Okay, if I want to replace, well, I could add to search, because right now there's no search. You see that I have no search active right now, so I could just as well go Major Dad and add to search. It wouldn't do anything, you know, bad. So this one is Ridge. Maybe I didn't name it right. It's, oh yeah, Ridge and terminals by Major Dad. So you have Ridge, you have terminals, and then you have credits Major Dad. What's that? Is the field credits. It, you know, star asterisk Major Dad asterisk, it means contains. Okay, and these are all the tabs that contain Major Dad in the credits. Let's go. You could on the favorite, you could go back, and it's gonna remove only the first part, the last part that you did, and you could go back again, then it's gonna keep only Ridge. You get the gist. If I go back, then it's resets. It's the same thing as reset, no search anymore. So you can do, if I'm really good at it and I know now what I'm doing, I could just as well do not. Okay, this is a not, and you can see that by typing the not is the same thing as clicking the not. It includes the exclamation mark. And then I could say credits. Okay, open the parentheses and star Major Dad star. So what does this do exactly? And I click enter. This shows me all tasks for which there's no Major Dad in the credits. If I go in the credits, you'll see no task from Major Dad. Oh, sorry, maybe I'm wrong here. This one shouldn't appear. This is really strange. Maybe there's some kind of character that is not right. Okay, I have something to... Oh no, sorry. I made a mistake, and the real bug here is that I didn't catch the mistake. Okay, because when I want to search the field, I have to do also the percent. Okay, this is where the menu really comes handy, because even me, I'm finding hard to remember everything. So if I would do the same thing but using the menu, you'll see text criteria, credits, containing, and I have to enter Major Dad here. Major Dad, credits, containing. So because I did not see this is the person here, and now I'm pretty sure it's gonna work this time. Yeah, now I don't have any task with Major Dad in it. Okay, I just forgot about the little person. So let's go back and do another one. Let's say I want to search the main area. All right, so I say main area, because this is I think this is the name of the field. We'll see. I think it is. Yeah, we'll try main area, You open the parentheses and let's say Alps. Oops, Alps. Close the asterisk, and so this means containing. And yeah, there, yeah, main area was the name of the field. Sometimes you have to get used to the name. If you don't know them, again, use the context menu. It will be easier to find the name of the fields. But once you get really good at it, then you'll be able to use it. This is all the tasks that contains Alps in the main area. All right. So I could go on and do searches. I have main area Alps, and let's say I want to add one of my favorites. I want to go ahead and then say that are thermals. Add to search. So these are thermals that includes Alps in the main area. All right. So I think you get the gist, but I'm going to show you other things that you can search. So in the text criteria, you have every description, the departure name, ICAO, arrival name, ICAO. If you want to search by ICAO, you can just search both. If you want to, either a specific ICAO in either the arrival or departure airfield, you can. Recommended gliders rating, you could search by rating. There's some fancy search that you can build to get what you want, because of course it depends on what the task designer put in difficulties. Sometimes it's kind of a mess right now, unknown, moderate. There's the ones that are entered directly by the combo box in the task designer program. But you could try to find the tasks that you want by filtering them one by one. Like I said, everywhere it will search, anywhere, even the short description and long description. If you want to search the description themselves, you can do it here too. So if there's something in the short or long description that starts with, ends with exactly, then it's gonna find it. Weather summary. The weather summary here, this is the field that is not always filled, but this is something like that, the weather summary here. Okay. Now, number criteria, how does this work? Numbers are either the duration, the distance. Right now the distance only works in kilometers, and total downloads. So let's say I want to search a task that lasts between 30 and 90 minutes. All right. For numbers, what I have to specify in that box is a from to, a minimum and a maximum value with a dash. So I say 30 to 90, including, by the way, and I say duration. Click duration. So you see, it's written like that: duration, minimum, maximum. So if I go in my duration, there you go, here you see that all the tasks that will be here will be between 30 and 90 minutes. All right, let's be a little more precise and change that. I can go back and do it by manually, duration, and say 90 to 120 minutes. Enter. Where my duration, there you go. See, and I can sort by duration too, so I can see the shortest to the longest. There's a lot, 90 minutes, then 90 to 100 and to 120, but it will not go over that. Around, also around 95, around 100 minutes. Yeah, up to this is a wrong one. See, 60, 50 to 90 minutes is the reverse. This is one that I have to fix actually, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's how you search numbers. You could do the same with the distance, for example. So duration, let's say we want flights that last between 90 and 120 minutes, and we want to add distance that are, I don't know, we'll say something crazy like between 200 and 800 kilometers. And I click distance there, 200 to 800 kilometers, and there you go. You have, I'm going to sort by distance, 202 for the shortest to up to 422 for the longest. Okay, because probably longer than 2 hours past that, but you get how it works, right? and then I could save that as a favorite again. Okay, and use the favorite in any other search, or replace the search with my favorite. This is pretty versatile in terms of what you can do with the search and find the task that you really want, and locate the task that you'd like to fly. And then once you've done that, you've located a flight that is interesting enough. Did I cover everything? Hold on. Numbers, yeah, total downloads. I won't do that right now, but it's the same thing. Text criteria, I did most of it, and booleans, I also explained most of it. So yeah, I think covers most of it. And remember, you can always not something when you add a search. You can, this is the way to say not in countries, not in the USA, for example. And there you go. I think what I'm gonna add, this what it miss right now, what it doesn't have is, what it's missing is a number of flights, the results, to show that it filtered the number of tasks here based on these criteria. I really need a number. All right. Let's see if I see. Oh, there's some that are United States. Okay, so there's, I don't think USA exists actually, so I'm gonna go back. It's really United States. I did just a mistake here. Not countries, star. Okay, again, that this is, if you want task that starts with, if you want United States, United, for example, and star, this will take only tasks that starts with United, and I have the not, so that don't start with United. You have the thing reverse in here. If I don't put any asterisks, then it's going to be exactly, and if I put only a star at the beginning, it's going to starts with United, ends with United. Anything, the asterisk represents something that is anything and then United. Okay, any characters, could be empty or can be any number of characters. The other cool symbol that you can use like that is for, sometimes you have accented letters like Quebec. I'm gonna use Quebec, for example. Let's replace that and say I'm gonna reset everything, and I want tasks that are in everywhere. I'm gonna search everywhere, and I want, Quebec would be written with like this, with this thingy on the E, right? But sometimes people don't write Quebec this way. So let's go everywhere, say containing Quebec. Okay, this one does, because the title has the E, but the main area doesn't. So let's do something else. We're gonna search the main area for main area text. I'm gonna write Quebec with the accented letter, and I say main area containing. See, there's nothing, but there's a good chance that people didn't write it with the accented letters. In Spanish could be the same in several languages. So instead of writing it this way, I could have, when there's letters that I'm not sure about, I could just go and say main area like that. That's the wildcard character, and it doesn't work because I didn't put the %. I'm trying to be good at writing them myself, but I'm ending up scrolling them back. Oops, sorry, like this. Now it found the two that I was talking about, because it searches for anything between QE and BEC. So any letter that comes in between QE and BEC, exactly one letter, then it finds it anyway. All right. So this is a little trick sometimes that you may want to use to be sure to find everything. Same thing for gliders. Okay, AS33 sometimes is written without the dash, sometimes it's written with. So I could go and say, okay, I want to search the gliders AS star 33. All right, this means search for anything that has AS dash 33 or not a dash. This could be nothing also. And I go gliders, recommended gliders containing. Now you see it puts anything AS, anything 33, anything. That's what it means. So if I go gliders, there you go. You have a space sometimes. Sometimes it's glued together. Sometimes there's a dash, but it will find all of the AS33 in the recommended gliders. All right, so there's a lot that can be done with the search. You won't grasp everything all at once. It's it can be there's a lot of possibilities, but don't be afraid to ask. Sometimes also on the Discord you can ask and somebody will answer. If not me, somebody will answer, but I will probably answer too. So that's about it, I think, to not make this video also way too long. This is a good start. This is how you use the task browser, and again, once you find your flight, let's say I want to fly this flight because I love it, I love how it looks, then I just click download and open, and here I go. I have my flight. I'm ready to unpack. If I had my automatic unpack enabled, I wouldn't even have to click unpack, because just by opening it, downloading and opening it, bingo, my files would be already in FlightSim and I just would go fly. Of course, when there's new weather, you have to not be inside Microsoft Flight Simulator to copy the weather. You have to exit Microsoft Flight Simulator and go back for the weather to be seen. That's it, guys. I hope it wasn't too long. If there's anything, ask me on the Discord. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks, and have fun.